Hello and welcome to the Gary Owen Show. You guessed it, my name is Gary Owen. I'm the president of Owen Insurance Group.
My name is Tom Bouvier and I'm the field manager with Owen Insurance Group.
And by the way, I'm not the Gary Owen from Laughing, so a lot of you think that, I am the Gary Owen, but if I was, I'd be looking pretty good for my age. And secondly, for those of you who served in the United States Army or any armed services, thank you for your service. But the 7th Cavalry, Gary Owen is the battle song, so there's a lot of name recognition. But anyway, we want to welcome you to our show, and we have a lot to cover with you, and we're excited to have you with us today.
Absolutely. So, Gary, as the president of Owen Insurance Group, of course, the founder, how did you actually start? How did you create it in your mind, and how did you actually begin?
Well, actually, after serving 12 years in the industry, I thought it was time for me to make a difference on the consumer side because I was serving 7 years with a Medicare carrier. So traveling around the country and knowing the issues that agents have and consumers alike, I wanted to bring a difference to our community and to the state of Florida of what OIG, what Owen Insurance Group can offer. And I'd say first and foremost, it's me. You get Gary Owen. And there's no other Gary Owen out there like this Gary Owen, I can promise you that. And we believe in competency and caring. That is the forefront of our message. And we really do care about what we present to our clients and always doing the right thing,
I
Tom.
certainly can attest to that. Gary Owen is a man of excellence, integrity, efficiency. He's always there for you. And so he's a great leader. And I would not be following him in this, into his business if I didn't believe that. So Gary, tell us about the progress since you actually started Owen Insurance Group, how the progress has been, and then also what the vision is for the future.
Sure. Well, first of all, before I get to that, I've spent 34 years here on the Treasure Coast, so it's important that the audience knows who I am, where I come from. Originally from Johnstown, Pennsylvania, which happens to be the flood capital of the world, which is Western Pennsylvania. Go Steelers! Even though they're not looking so good again this year. However, I'm still a loyal fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Go Saints.
But it's okay, we love the Saints, especially when they're wearing the brown bags over their heads. Remember those days, don't you? Oh, that hurts. That stings a little bit. But anyway, 34 years here in Florida, 18 years in Pennsylvania, again, 12 years in the industry. The key point to my background is that I attended the American College for 18 months. I earned the Life Underwriting Training Council Fellow designation. I will tell you there's less than 10% of insurance agents across the country today that has earned that designation. What does that mean? That means that we have additional experience, education, in-depth education that no other insurance professional can provide you like we can as an LUTCF. And also, I'm a member of the National Association of Health Underwriters, and I attained the Medicare certification designation as well with NAHU. And also, I am the president-elect of the Palm Beach Association of Health Underwriters. So next year I will be the president, and I'm also on the Speakers Guild of the National Association of Health Underwriters. I traverse the country educating and helping agents to learn more about Medicare.
That's quite a resume, and sounds like you have a lot of experience. And
but where we're at though, right? Yeah. So getting to your question originally is 2 years ago, I left the corporate world, saw the vision of having my own agency and bringing my experience to the community. I can tell you that the first year, Tom, was rough. I think it was at the end of my first year is where we first met. And I courted Tom because I recognized him as a leader. It's someone I wanted to work with in our agency. But the first year was a struggle. Like any new business.
As it is for every agent.
Absolutely. And then second year, next month, October, will be our second full year in business. We left our first facility at the end of the first year. We outgrew that. Now we're in 38 Southeast Ocean Boulevard in downtown Stuart, right next to Confusion Corner. So that's a great place to sit and watch and eat popcorn while people are trying to navigate around Confusion Corner. It's a blast. Every once in a while we pop open a can of beer and eat our popcorn and watch the show. So we're downtown Stuart, right next to the courthouse, and we're growing out of that facility as well. So we're growing exponentially, and I think it's due to the fact that the word is getting out. Agents across the community are coming in and asking, hey, we heard about Owen Insurance Group, and I know some of the agents you spoke to, and they've come to visit us, and they see the OIG difference, and we're really having competency and caring about not only our clients, but caring about our agents as well, Tom.
Absolutely. So you point out a few things that are very unique. Of course, the resume that you have, the education you have, and what Gary mentioned about getting Gary Owen. I mean, he is Owen Insurance Group, and having him there with you, walking with you step by step, training you, guiding you, helping you develop a business plan if you're an agent, is indispensable, and that's not found in every group. And I did take my time to really research and build the confidence that I had to finally move and join with him. And I have not looked back, and there's no regrets. And any agent that's out there looking for a home, I can guarantee you, I'll put my stamp of approval on it to come and work with Gary and myself. So we would love to hear from you. But what are some of the unique things that we could offer people who are looking for insurance? Not only Medicare, but I understand we have a whole range of products that we help simplify.
Before we get to that, it only took a few shots of Fireball whiskey to get him to come on board with the Insurance Group. So actually it was rather easy. So obviously Tom's on board with us as a field manager. Also, I have two additional field managers. I have Mike Barbone, who's our field manager, who's also an attorney. He's located in Tampa, Florida. And also Rick Mirage, and he is located in Sarasota County. So I've got three great soldiers that work with us and are there to help you and aid in your success if you're a licensed insurance agent in the state of Florida. But some of the things, I mean, we serve right now over 350 agents throughout the state of Florida and California and Texas as well. We're licensed in about 30 states, and our main focus, the core competency of our business is Medicare, long-term care, and also annuities as well. But besides that, we also focus on life insurance. September is Life Insurance Awareness Month. So Tom, what is your passion and why are you passionate about life insurance?
Well, life insurance is not necessarily for the person who buys it. It's for the persons and the people that they leave behind, the people that they care about, that they love. If you love someone and you have responsibility for someone, that's what life insurance is. It's an insurance policy to help with the obligations that you might have to send your children to college, to pay your final expenses, as simple as that.
That's right.
Or to pay off a mortgage for a spouse or for your children. So there's a lot of reasons why people have it, but there's really no good reasons why people don't have it. Everyone needs it, you know. So I would
100%.
encourage them to call the number. Call us and let us do a review for you for your life insurance. People may say, I already have some through my work. Well, that may be temporary because it may be tied to your employment there. You need to get insurance that's going to be for the long haul, that'll cover you for as long as you really need it.
You know, most people don't want to talk about their mortality, right? But you gotta have that conversation. It's better to have it now while you're still alive with your family. And when you're dead, you can't have that conversation. Now you've left your family without financial support. Here in Port St. Lucie, or up in Port St. Lucie, I had a client, a friend of mine who owned a lawn maintenance business. And unfortunately, at the tender age of 47, he died of a heart attack in the shower on a Sunday after church. And his wife contacted me. And thank God he listened to my advice and protected his family. And we were able to get the claims filed on behalf of the family and the wife and his children. And now they're in a position where they can keep and stay in their home and they can maintain that business and a standard of living. Life insurance is important. Insure the ones you love. That is absolutely important.
And that's a success story in how insurance did help the people that he loved, but there's so many people out there and so many sad stories of people who have passed away either through a sudden accident or through an illness, and they didn't leave anything behind to take care of the people that they love.
For pennies on the dollar, Tom.
Pennies on the dollar, absolutely.
I mean, if I gave you, if I asked you to give me 20 cents, and for every 20 cents you gave me, I gave you $1, would you find that to be a good value? Of course you would.
Absolutely.
So life insurance is even better than that. So there are two types of life insurance that you should look at, term and permanent. But call our office, call the number on the screen below and talk to one of our professionals. Come in for a consultation and we will guide you in the path that's best for you. Tom, also we have long-term care. How important and why is it that long-term care is a conversation that people don't want to have? They don't want to talk about their mortality, life insurance and long-term care. Like, oh, it's never going to happen to me. I'll wait till I get there before I do something. Wrong.
Wrong is right. Wrong is right, because I think more people are afraid to talk about long-term care than life insurance because they know they're going to die. But as you say, most people think, and they wish, and it's everyone's dream to just pass away peacefully in their home. Or if they have some long-term care needs or nursing needs, they can do it in their home. But for approximately 75% of people over 65, those are statistics, factual statistics,
correct,
are going to need some type of long-term care. Now, some of it could be in the home, some of it could be covered by Medicare, but 99% of it is not going to be. Assisted living is not covered by Medicare. Nursing homes and those long-term care facilities. And this is near and dear to my heart because I do currently have, thankfully my parents are still with us, and but both of them were in long-term care situations. And I know that a long-term care policy could have helped them.
Absolutely.
And you know, so don't wait till it's too late. Don't wait until you have to need it before you inquire and get into it.
And listen, if you're between the ages of 50 and 62, that is the prime age of inquiring about long-term care insurance. The longer you wait, two things happen. It gets more expensive, and then you get to a point where maybe you develop pre-existing conditions, you can't qualify. And then there's a day is going to come where you wish to God you would have sat down and talked to somebody about your long-term care insurance planning instead of waiting, and then it's too late. And by the way, there are two types of long-term care insurance. You have your traditional long-term care and hybrid long-term care. So it's important that you talk to somebody who's competent and who cares about you to get you the information that you need to get you on the right path and to give you some recommendations and solutions. Besides long-term care insurance, Tom, another thing that we both love is cancer insurance and critical illness insurance. Do you realize that the average age of cancer diagnosis is roughly age 66? So there are so many people, and children who are 2 and 3 years of age are getting diagnosed with cancer. Mm-hmm. And cancer is the leading cause of why families go into bankruptcy. So there are policies out there that will protect you. First dollar coverage upon first diagnosis. If you, God forbid, you get cancer, you can't work, you're getting treatment, you have $50,000 or $100,000 to utilize to cover that life event and to help you get well and focus on paying your bills instead of losing your job and losing your house and losing everything you have. So, and for, again, pennies on the dollar. I have it for myself and for my family. I believe that you should have it too. Call our office and we can give you a quote. You can't imagine how affordable those policies are.
And you know, Gary, I think some people out watching the show today are going to be thinking in their minds, or even saying out loud or saying it to somebody that they're sitting here watching the show with, cancer does not run in my family. However, what you need to realize is there are so many toxins, chemicals, the environmental issues. They say even eating some fish are filled with plastics, different things that are going into our body. We really, even if we're trying to eat all organic or this or that, we really, really don't know what we're consuming or putting into our body, the air we're breathing, the chemicals that we may come into contact with. Science and researchers and doctors have shown that all these toxins coming into our body is causing the cancer rate for people in America to skyrocket.
And to your point, Tom, 75% of cancer diagnosis today is related to the environment. Only 25% is related to hereditary. So for those of you that say, it's not in my family, it doesn't have to be. So that's not an excuse to call 772-210-1020 to get a quote. And again, it is affordable. And then
that was the first policy I wrote on myself when I came on with Owen Insurance.
Yep, me too.
Cancer as well as critical illness, heart attacks, strokes, etc. So
we got 5 minutes left, so we're going to move on real quick. Something that Tom and I both are passionate about is Medicare planning.
Absolutely.
We are experts in Medicare planning. We love Medicare planning. And by the way, if you're between the ages of 62 and 64 and a half, you should be calling us and talking about Medicare planning because it really starts at age 63. Our next segment that we're going to talk about the annual election period and open enrollment for Medicare. So join us for that segment because we're going to get more into Medicare because we're very passionate at what we do. I think we're very good at what we do because not only are we competent, but we care about our clients and our prospects.
That's right. And there's one other group of people who want to call us regarding Medicare, and that are individuals who have already qualified for disability. Maybe you're only 40 years old or 35 years old, but you've had a disabling event or situation in your life and you've qualified for Social Security disability. After 24 months, they will actually put you on full Medicare, and then you would be qualified to get a plan. So give us a call if that pertains to you or a family or friend.
Listen, we got about 3 minutes left. So I want you to know that at Owen Insurance Group, we employ a holistic approach to planning. So whether it's life insurance planning, Medicare planning, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. So there are people, trust me, if you're turning 65 or as the AEP comes closer, October 15th, your phone is going to ring off the hook. And I'm going to tell you,
and your mailbox
is going to get jammed with junk.
Absolutely.
So my recommendation to you is ignore all that nonsense and all that noise and all that confusion and call our office. Okay, let's say that you're crazy enough to not do business with Owen Insurance Group. You don't like me, you don't like Tom, you think we're flipping idiots and clowns. That's fine. But Tom, we want to give a recommendation for those people that say, no, Gary, we're not going to call Owen Insurance Group. I want to do business with somebody else. Your competition is better than you. So what advice would you give them if they decide to not call us about dealing with a Medicare agent?
Seriously, rethink it.
Amen.
And see us shrink. No, if you're going to see someone else, again, look at their history, look at their certifications, make sure they are licensed. And make sure the companies they're represented are licensed here in this state, because you never know. And make sure that they have your best interest in mind. If they're a captive agent, and now when I say captive, that means they only can present one product, one insurance company. I can guarantee you they're not going to look at all the other options or say this other plan is better for you. Now, actually, if they were a very integrous person with integrity, they would say it. My plan won't work for you. However, that's few and far between. So find someone that can represent all the carriers, and that we can do that at Owen Insurance Group.
Right.
But again,
how long they've been in business? I mean, again,
excellent.
remember, 93% insurance agents fail within the first 2 years. So if they've been in business 6 months or 12 months or less than 2 years, and you're doing business with that agent, 93% chance that they won't be there next year, and then now you don't have an agent. With Owen Insurance Group, you have an agent for life because of our competence and our caring. And then finally, Tom, we want to give an offer because we got 1 minute left. So what do we want to offer our audience out there in the Treasure Coast, the state of Florida, even if you're in California, we've got something special for you too.
Absolutely, particularly to Medicare recipients and people interested in that. We have an excellent book that we want to send to you. It's called The 5 Ways to Maximize Your Medicare. And you can click on the link or give us a call and we can get that to you.
And also we have an ebook. It's a Medicare and Social Security retirement planning ebook. So go to our website, oweninsurancegroup.net. You'll see that on our main landing page. You can click and get that report for free. And then also, if you're local, you're on the Treasure Coast or you're anywhere in Florida, you want to stop by our downtown Stuart office, you can pick up your free personalized copy of your Medicare planning guide as well. So Tom, I think we got to wrap it up. They're going to kick us out. So again, remember, Owen Insurance Group, we're about competence and caring. We care for you. We care for your family members. I know there's people out there that need our help. Give us a try. I promise you that you won't be disappointed. Our tagline is, we simplify insurance planning so you can enjoy the stress-free life you deserve. Take care, everybody.